your boy Rayskii1k, aka the neighborhood. Man, I had a time kicking it with the creative mindset.
Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Mindset. Today we got a very special guest. Yes, again. Today we have a multi-talented artist. I'm trying to figure out what this brother don't do. Rapper. He also has a show of his own.
Sir.
But then the most important thing that we got in common is he's a shooter.
Yes, sir.
Creative Mindset family. Welcome, Ski the Shooter.
Yo.
The neighborhood shooter.
Yes, sir. Hey.
Appreciate you coming, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Man, I want you, because like, as a creator, we constantly rebranding. You get to a point where like, I'm nice, so you start removing other stuff, and that's kind of like a part of what we do here. We like to do research and talk about some of your older beginnings. Okay. But it's kind of crazy because a lot of my younger homies shop with you, so I knew your work before I knew you.
Yes, sir.
And it's a pleasure to finally meet the face behind the work.
Appreciate you.
But just talk to us about how you started. Where were your foundations in shooting?
Man, listen, I get this question a lot. Bro, when I was, I want to say in the 7th grade, even before then, but when I was of age, able to think for myself, bro, I always was into music. I'm talking Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, everybody. And I feel like my love for music, me and my cousin, we used to just turn on music videos, bro. Like music videos was everything. Even when it became a lost cause, it was just everything. Like I always would get in the mirror trying to reenact, blah, blah, blah. My mom picked me up one of them little kid fake toy cameras back in the day. Man, I used to be directing my cousin and telling her, all right, look. We writing songs, we acting like we shoot music videos. Then we got older, got the MacBook. We was shooting music videos with the big old MacBook turned towards us, bro. It was crazy. And I think that's where I got into like music. That's where I got into the music videos because as I got older, went to high school, that's when we had like super electives. We had a film class where we just go in there and watch film, and then we like pretty much dissect it. Like we talk about this shot, rule of thirds, blah, blah, blah. Then we had a Photoshop class, took that too. And that's what got me more into the computer work, the editing, the graphics, the VFX. But that film class, bro, we used to go out, take camcorders. I feel old saying that, but yeah, we used to take camcorders, go outside, and we'd shoot like we did, what was that? Cause we like to party. Beyonce, we did a fake reenactment of that in high school, bro. It was so cheese, but we was young, whatever. Shot it on the camcorder. Then we shot a zombie movie. And bro, ever since then, so like I said, before 8th grade, 7th grade, but when I actually got behind the camera about 9th grade, 10th grade, that's when I fell in love with it, bro. And I never put any type of camera down since then. Whether it was my phone, was at home vlogging. I had my boys shooting my music videos from my phone, editing them. I was rapping. We had the little studio at the crib, all that. But yeah, that's
quick question. When it come down to exposure, just from the music video side, because we come from the era where Hype Williams was big.
Oh, yes, my God.
What was one of your favorite music videos just coming up, and what influenced you?
One of my favorite music videos. Y'all ever seen, I can't even think, Thug Lovin'. You ever seen, it was with Bobby Brown and Ja Rule.
I know you did. In the city.
Yeah, bro, I'm telling you, that was...
No, for real, bro.
And like, I'm telling you, I got an old soul, so bro, that video did something. I'm like, bro, they got a helicopter.
It was fresh out of rehab, bro. I was so mad at him. He was hiding that video.
I was going to I don't know though, but like, it was just a song, bro. I don't know, it was a song, it was the beat, it was the shots that they had, like back then, like, we didn't understand what we was watching. You just see a helicopter on top of the roof. Now we got drone. But that video, Dear Mama, I can go on and on, bro. I just love like cinematic style videos. The one with Bobby Brown was a little bit outside of the cinematic frame, but it was that video that made me want to be like, oh, this hype.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, like think that was one of the main ones, just because I'm a hype video man. Like, bro, if you see me with the camera, I'm probably dancing with you. You know what I'm saying? You dug in, I'm dug in too. That's the type of video man I am. So Bobby Brown, wherever he just got out of, he came in with that energy, and the camera shots was just crazy, bro. And it gave me, I guess, it gave me like a little bit of identity for how I wanted my shots and how I wanted to angle certain things for real.
For sure.
That's good inspiration right there.
Yeah, man.
So, what was your first camera that you had purchased? Because you got humble beginnings, bro. You
Yeah,
just
for
said you
sure.
was holding a MacBook upside down. So, what was the camera that you got where it was like, I got the power now? I'm really about to turn up. What was that first camera?
To me, it was the Canon Rebel, what was it, T7, I think, T7i or something like that. That was to me. You know, that was before you.
That was my first camera.
That was what's a lot of people started.
Yeah. Before, it was, I mean, I guess at the time, in the time frame, I feel like, no, you know what? I'm going to take that back. We're going to erase that. I don't even want to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Lumix G7. That was the workhorse for me. It was the first camera I had that was like, you can shoot in 4K. You know, you can do slow motion on the camera. Like, cool things. Like, bro, this different. That was my baby, man. If I can shoot on it to this day, I would. But that was the camera that, like, I think changed the way for me and, like, doing all the film, music videos.
So that was after the T7? The Lumix was after the
To
T7?
be honest with you, yes, it was.
Yeah, okay.
The T7 was more so the starter camera. You get off, da-da-da. I made some memories with that, though. Worked with some good people. But it was that G7. It changed the day.
Okay. So, like, when you, like, because this is what you do, you know what I mean? Like, in the beginning, it's hard to build that clientele, and then also being an artist yourself, you know how sometimes the budget ain't always there because you got beats, you got studio time,
For sure.
and you need that video, but that video was really that thing. So what were some of your first few jobs like when you started shooting?
I was doing $75 music videos. At the time, man, when I first started, I was doing $75 music videos. And like, bro, it was hectic. Because it was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to put like no more age on us. But remember, before AI, it was keyframing everything. You literally gotta boom. So like when the like effects first hit the scene, like you see the artist flipping, jumping out the video, all that. Before that hit the scene, I feel like I started in that type of era. So I'm shooting with this G7 and people want to jump out the screen and I'm shivering, like, I'm gonna charge 75 because I don't want to get no backlash like, oh, this dude garbage, da-da-da. That moment, that patch of my career, it was one of the best, but it was horrible because I was still learning. But I feel like now when I go back and look at my work, I'm like, bro, I was tough.
Especially for the time.
But I had to charge $75 and $100. You know what I'm saying? Here, 100 was a lot to me, but at the time, the market, everything, it was different. But the 75 days, I'm gonna do like a documentary and call it the 75 days. But that 75, them shoots and everything like that, when I first started off, it made me and it broke me. But that was one of my favorite areas, dog.
It's funny that you mentioned the jumping out the screen effects.
Yeah.
Because like when rotoscoping became a real big thing, and you would mask and again the freeze frame would spin. I remember I first seen it, and I'm a datist because you said you don't want to keep doing it. I'm a datist. The first time I seen that effect was in 3-6 Mafia Stay High when Juicy J put the grill in.
You're right.
That was the first time I ever seen that effect, and then it's crazy how it's easy and so accessible it is now to where you can just drag and drop it now,
bro. Because before it was like, oh my god, what dude? They got a green screen. Now it was like, bro, you press a button, take the little rotoscope, man, it's gonna follow you all the way through. You should have right.
All you gotta do is put the ear in there,
man. It's
arm
or you
sometime.
can go buy something. You can go buy a little pack. Man, it's so different.
Can you just go into the nuances of, because what y'all talking about is post-production. Get on that computer and looking at it for about 3-4 hours, longer than you actually shot.
For sure.
To really just piece together something. Music videos is different because the requests from people is what they exposed to.
For sure.
And they paying meager money. You know what I'm saying? Expecting premium value, at least at that time.
I'm glad you said that.
Now, fast forward today, how has your business, took that leap, that step forward? Because now, like you said, they got all of these different things.
Yeah.
So just talk to your audience about, actually getting the shot done. Y'all was talking a lot off camera about this shit. This shit was hilarious.
For sure.
And then, that work in post-production.
So, I'm not gonna lie, man. AI, all this new technology, everything, it makes everything so much smoother. Great, bro. Like, it makes the process easier. Me, I was an AI hater because I was so used to doing everything by myself, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like now I can attend to more clients because it also, your turnaround, depending on the volume, your turnaround can be like this on a video. Before that, beforehand, I think when I first started, it was harder to set up shots, harder to direct because you would think like, oh, just point and shoot. I'm about to go here and da-da-da. But then as the years go by, as you grow, you start to realize like, bro, this ain't me. Like this is different. You can't just point and shoot, blase blah, this and that. So now I feel like my business got like 10 times better because now I go into things differently. Like I'm writing treatments, location scouting.
Okay.
Like I said, the computer work it's like that now because I'm advanced in it after being on not just 4 hours being on the computer. I'm talking about 7 years, 8 years, just every day.
So what you name your virtual assistant?
My virtual assistant?
That's what it is.
I don't know, man. I just think with the new technology, the new software, the new programs, bro, it makes that part of it easier. The hardest part of anything in this business is the actual, they say the easiest part is shooting it. I don't say that though.
I don't either.
I mean, personally, I think the hardest part is the shooting it. But
whoever say the shooting is easy, it's shooting on automatic.
Yeah, for sure. And everybody knows shoot on manual. There's nothing easy about that. But yeah, man, I think the post work, all that, it's easy. Pre-work is the hardest, for real, for real.
For sure.
So here at the Creative Mindset, we like to talk about the mental health.
Oh yeah,
aspect of
I
things.
love this.
And having the desire to have your freedom is why you became the entrepreneur to shoot.
Yes, sir.
To where you can schedule things where you want, put them where you want, and do what you want.
Yeah.
But then, like, even still with technology, no matter what your volume is, you gotta sit in front of that computer.
Got to be there. 25.
Walk us through what it's like editing for you and how you keep yourself fresh when working on projects with the volume that you have.
Honestly, now I have a process. And again, it took years for that too. Everything was just like stepping stones. Mm-hmm. So now it's like, get up early in the morning, go to the gym, get right mentally, look myself in the mirror and go, okay, today we're gonna have a good day. Mm-hmm. Everything with me is like mental, it's strategic, bro. Like I said, get up in the morning, talk to myself in the mirror for a little second, read a book, eat some fruit, get up, go to the gym. I'm in the gym for an hour, 2 hours, just depending on how I'm feeling that day. Mm-hmm. Only thing on the back of my mind is that computer though. So I know I got to edit today. But I try less to think about, because I shoot a lot, bro. So I try not to put the stresses of reality on me too much because it's like, bro, you got a clientele, you got this person to attend to, that person to attend to. But I try not to let it drag me in a negative connotation. I just tell myself like, you blessed, bro. Like it was at a point, where, bro, I wasn't getting a phone call or a text messages wondering how I'm gonna pay my bills, this and that. Because I gave it a chance. But go to the gym, come home, take my dog for a little walk, read again, sit there for a little second. I give myself probably about an hour and a half before I go, because I know once I sit, I'm going to be there for the rest of the night. Mm-hmm. So give myself probably eat something, watch a little TV, watch a little podcast, something like that. Mm-hmm. Then I go sit in that chair. It's like meditation to me, bro. Like I get on that computer, And then like it's just something that snap in me. And when that snap, it's not always there. Every creator know this. It's not always there. When you hear that snap and you get the flowing, it's just therapeutic for me. Because again, there was a point in time I looked at it in a negative connotation. Oh, I got all this work. I'm about to be here all day. I'm about to miss this and that. But now I don't think that way, bro. Tell myself you ain't missing nothing. You chasing the dream. You chasing something that you wanted. So it's like yoga, bro. That's my whole process. Literally.
Stretching.
Yeah,
Stretching.
Sure. Yeah, for sure. Got to. We only get 24 hours. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. So like I can relate 100% to where like even Don and another brother of mine, they say you sit in front of the computer too long.
Mm-hmm.
So like I know you got your process, and it sounds like you got a really good ritual.
Yeah.
Preparing for it, but then like when you get bored with in the middle editing, because sometimes you might flow and then your eyes get tired of looking at the screen.
That's we always got to tell the good and not the bad.
Exactly. That's what I'm like, what's your reset button? Because it tears on me.
Yeah,
I'm not even gonna lie to you, and it's just because I also got kids.
Yeah,
so they come down. I remember my 6-year-old was like, "All you do is sit down here and edit
gotta
videos."
be
and that was the dagger in the chest.
Oh man, I got
So even after you smack down 2-3 hours straight, what do you do to hit that reset button? Do you walk away and then refresh, or do you come back at all, or is it just done after a certain?
So boom. Go up there, command save. Everything saved. Make sure everything's saved. I'll put it on sleep mode for a minute. I'll go back in there, watch TV. Man, sometimes I like to be outside. Like I like the element. So even if because my office is in my house, so that it'd be hard, bro. You know, the bed right there. But now it's like I go outside in the middle. I probably do 2, 3, 4 hours. All right, man. I need a mental break. I can't. I go outside, chill for a little second, bro. Like I said, I got a little Frenchie, play with my dog. Same, go watch another podcast or something. Sometimes I would end my night that way, depending on how much work I got. Or sometimes it'd be like, bro, you're not there right now. We're going to try this again in the morning. But that's after I put in the 2, 3, 4 hours. If I'm burnt out, bro, it's probably because I'm tired. I didn't have a good day. It can be a lot of things. I just did a 12-hour shoot. Sometimes I do just come home and disconnect. I got days like that.
That's
I got
important.
days where I don't edit. You know what I mean? And it catch up on me on the back end. But I don't know. You know, but it's good days and bad. Every day not perfect. Sometimes I just try to go until it's time to chill. So if I had to take a little time out, I think after I do that little time, I give it like 2 hours. Then I'll go back to it and probably be up for the rest of the night. But we do get them days.
We all connected. So by you being the neighborhood shooter, rap music is a sport. Sometimes it's a violent sport.
For sure.
What's your thought process when you get those type of people that be wanting to put the hams all in the cam? Like, because a lot of accidents happen. Sometimes people don't know how to even handle their firearm the proper way.
Bro, I have this conversation with all my boys. That might be preparing for that, or sometimes you just walk into it, bro. It just be like, oh, here we go again. Like here we go again. It's so common, bro. I mean, if I know, so if I have a client that I done shot for multiple times, I don't know how they are. I'd be like, okay, I know how to prepare myself. But sometimes I got them surprise clients where you don't know dude from a can of paint. Hey, yo, pull up to the PJs. I got an AR, this, that. Like, bro. So if I know this before, I'm not gonna do it. Unless, I wouldn't say I just wouldn't do it unless I know you and I'm comfortable with you. When I walk into these shoots, I tell people if I even see a weapon, I'll be like, bro, can you unload that like in front of me? Take every bullet out. I know how to operate a gun. I want you to show me you did that. Or don't have it in here at all. And then it be times where some people be like, bro, man, like we gotta shoot. Sometimes I'm able to talk people down, like, bro, you don't need no gun for this video, bro. Da-da-da. Some people, but then some people wanna da-da-da. But I always make sure whatever artist, whoever in the background, bro, empty your clips, take everything apart, bro. I don't even play like that. I've been in situations before when I first started shooting where guns that went off, or bro, somebody dead ass dropped a gun right in front of me on the floor. So Glock, you You ain't got no safety on there, bro. Anything. So now I go in there, if I can prepare for it, if I don't, if I see it again, I'm like, bro, like either we not shooting or stop that. I think I'm at that point now.
That's a great etiquette to have, you know, because me and a friend talked about that before. And one of my boys, he gone a little bit. He like, man, I'm charging them niggas more if they want to point the gun at me.
Hey, yeah, for
I
sure.
ain't playing like that. What?
Hey, life insurance.
So just talking about the videos that you don't like to do, what are your most pleasurable experiences and your ideal clientele? Because when y'all was talking off camera, I always listen to bruhs talk about, you know, different clients and the requests that they have and the way that they actually do business. What is your ideal client and ideal shoot?
So, like I was telling them off cam, bro, weddings, anything commercial. Weddings will be, I find a lot of freedom in weddings because, like, I'm a cinematic shooter, so depending on the wedding, I should say, that would be like my first, because it's money in that market. It's a lot of money in that market, especially if you know what you're doing. My second would be pretty much anything commercial. Somebody wants to shoot a dating commercial or an item commercial because it's more simplicity. You don't have to worry about your life, like we was just talking. You don't have to. It's a lot of stuff you don't have to worry about in the situations I've been in since I've been shooting. So that. And then third, I will always have a love for like music videos. That's my thing. Those clients who know what they want. I love doing R&B videos because I feel like I can show my artistic ways, like more slow motion and this and that. I do a lot of rap videos, but my preferred client with that would be like I said, like somebody who has an idea of what they want or somebody who takes it seriously.
Yeah.
So
instead of throwing money at you and saying, "Hey, just figure it out," and then don't like the outcome. It's like getting a tattoo.
Yeah, for sure, sure. They just be like, "Oh, I got this band at gas station right here. Let's shoot." No, I get that all the time, bro.
So when you get them type of calls, do you even attempt to try and present a treatment, or are you just running and gunning?
Man, bro, to be honest with you, things cost, you know, and everybody knows the rules to business. So I'm gonna present a treatment if that's what you're paying for. Now sometimes I go in and I'm feeling good. Like if I'm with an artist and we out in the field, I would direct them. I would But a lot of the music videos I do around the city or outside the city, it's a lot of running guys. But I got different packages. That's why I offer different packages. I've written plenty of treatments for videos, but it seems to me these days everybody wants the same thing. It's like run a gun. This, yo, bro, pull up. I got this one location, and then we just running and gunning. So if that's what you want, if that's what you tell me you want, that's what you would get. It's no point in writing a treatment or whatever. Just give me the location. We there. I may do what it do once we get there. Then you got another client who really wants to tell a story. And then I'm like, okay, send me the song. I sit there for about a week, depending on when we schedule to shoot, and I write out the treatment, present it to him on the phone. Oh, I like that. Can we add this to it? Yes, we can. Boom, boom. You know what you want. You know that whatever you're spending with me, you can trust me because that's why you came to me. So then we're going to make a good quality product. So them gonna be most people get my.
That's what I be worried about the most, man. It's just like the collaborative aspect of things. Because if you are working with people that just they don't have the mindset to push themselves to do something outside of the norm or be uncomfortable or be vulnerable on screen, it kind of stifled my own creativity in a sense when I'm dealing with people that's kind of boxed in.
Yeah.
Speak on the creative portion of it and just keeping yourself fresh with what's happening with the times, because if you keep doing the same thing, it get redundant on that end, especially because we in a very transactional age of I want this, give me money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Like I need the money to do whatever you need me to do, and because right now, bro, I'm working so much, I'm missing out on doing my passion.
Yeah.
I really feel like I'm neglecting certain things.
Yeah.
So just, speak about how you keep yourself fresh creatively.
Man, I just had a conversation about this. It's definitely hard because, like you said, the process is over and over. I want to run a gun. I want to run a gun, and I feel like I start moving away from my love of everything. Um, I think for me to stay creative is to slow down a little bit. Sometimes I can be, oh, I'm doing this every day. Let me book a shoot every day, blah blah blah, this and that. But I have no time to gather my ideas or my creativity. So sometimes I think slowing down is what helps me stay creative. Like let me take a day or two off. Like I said, I watch a lot of podcasts. I watch a lot of artists. I'm a student of the game, so I'm always learning every single day. And I think with me taking that time out, me reading new material, just going over shot lists, like I would literally go, like Centers just came out. Bro, I'm such a nerd. I would go look at the shot list and just look at the steals. You get what I mean? See different shots and different angles you can, you know, use. And I feel like that's how I stay creative. I'm just always looking at a creator or something creative and that in the time, like taking the time to myself. And then that way, now on Wednesday, I'm feeling refreshed. My ideas going crazy. I know once I hit that computer, this video gonna look like this. Or I got the shot list that I want for my next video or treatment. And then I can go, once I have that, I can go into that video or that wedding with that same mindset. Because now I can write notes down, sticky notes, boom, boom, put it on the whiteboard. You know, just those days are when I find myself the best or the most creative, really. And that's my process, literally slowing down, for real.
That's big respect right there, because a lot of people always question the artistic ability and be wondering where the inspiration was from, or how do you think like this? And
Right.
I can relate 1,000% when I say becoming a student of the game. I appreciate you for gravitating towards us and allowing us to be able to sit here with you.
That's
And you
dope.
say you watch a lot of shows.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
we into mental health. Talk to us about your inspiration behind Please No Therapy.
Hey man, that's a nice one though, because me and my cousin, co-host, we were sitting there trying to figure that out. We had a long conversation about it. I think so. You know, I guess I can just throw an example out there. You know, women or anybody be like, "Oh, you need therapy," da da da, blah 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 blah. I think the reason why I came up with that name is because I self-reflect a lot. Like, bro, it was everybody go through times. I went through some hard times, like a year straight, darkness, and I did not go to therapy, but I really self-reflected, and I feel like self-reflection helped me along on my journey very well. So when I say please no therapy, I like hear or see somebody like, I don't need therapy, I don't need therapy. And it's not that I don't need therapy or anybody else don't need therapy. It was just like a moniker, like coming off of pretty much like self-reflection. You know, that's what I would tell somebody, especially in my bad days, but I don't need therapy. So that just kept ringing in my head because in reality, I know I do. I know black men need therapy. That's where it like came about, because it's like sometimes we can sit and self-reflect with ourselves, and no matter what, because the people who telling you who they need therapy, I mean that you need therapy, they need therapy too.
Projecting.
Exactly. So it was just like a moniker thing. Like it just kept coming over my head, and I'm like, bro, sometimes we just need to self-reflect. I feel like people spend so much time running from themselves that they don't sit there and try to learn themselves or learn what their own self like. You know, learn how they think or nothing. And I, like I said, a year straight, I went through that. Then I popped up like, oh man, you know what I mean? People told me I need therapy. Hold on. Now I'm gonna talk about this. So it's like a therapy session from us self-reflecting. It's coming from us. So it kind of throws the name. It throw you in the name off. Here they are talking about therapy, but you're saying please no therapy. So yeah, bro, it was just like a creative aspect to knowing we all need therapy.
I knew for a fact it was going into like mental health for sure.
Oh
when
yeah,
I seen
all the
it.
way.
And the reason why I knew that is just because, of course, the name. I like how you keep mentioning self-reflection, because I always say self-awareness is key.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
self-awareness is like really big when you're on your journey to self-improvement. You know, whether you choose therapy or not, that's a completely different wild.
For sure.
But having these conversations, tough conversations with self, and then being able to bring them to the surface with others is very important.
Love mental health, bro.
So maybe you'll have us on Please No Therapy one of these
Definitely, I
days,
gotta have both of
man.
y'all on there, bro. Y'all brought me into y'all house. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm with
Got
that.
to, bro. I got a lot of stuff I can ask both of y'all.
Man, I mean, you can still ask us now. This is a conversation, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So
All right.
it ain't all just question.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
you know,
I be used to it. You know.
felt you.
All right, well, let me ask y'all a question real quick. What made you guys come up with this? Because, bro, that's really what brought me into it. Because I'm like, bro, I see some like-minded people. You know what I mean? This dope, bro. You doing it for the city, so I want to know, like, how did this come about? Like,
That's funny you asked that question, because I started to answer that question before I asked about Please No Therapy. But I'm like, that's selfish. The whole purpose of this is to be selfless.
For sure,
To
for
be
sure.
all the way 1,000 with you.
Yeah.
And I never did it on wax because nobody else asked off camera. I had that conversation a lot.
yeah.
But just to get straight to the point, me and Don, we started a nonprofit last year.
Oh, that's
It's
dope.
called Men in the Den, and we focus on Black men's mental health.
That's lit, bro.
So twice a month, we actually just had a men's appreciation event, because this is Men's Mental Health Month,
Oh, yeah.
and we had an event at Top Golf just Friday.
Oh, man, I would have pulled up.
And you know, we basically introduced what we did in a PowerPoint presentation. We had like a little light session, like kind of like similar to what we do, because we meet every other Wednesday, twice a month.
Okay.
We used to do one in person and then one on Zoom, but we've been just doing Zoom because we need to find a new space to convene. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, for sure.
And it's a little lenient on the rules, because you know, it's on top of it being like a place where for us to heal, but it's to kick it too.
Okay, for sure,
what I
for
mean?
sure. That's live, though.
But so when we were on that journey pursuing our 501(c) and LLC and everything, we used to set up a camera, kind of like Please No Therapy, but we didn't have a name to it.
Right.
We would just set up a camera and talk.
Yeah,
And people were looking for a show, and we finally gave
Yeah.
a show. But when we gave a show, we wanted to talk to other like-minded individuals as well as creators, because sitting there talking, we found out that creators, we kind of all alike in a way, but we also want to show like the people that's dope to people that they feel like is dope, and even people that we think are dope, because I got to be a fan.
Yeah,
So
for
just
sure.
anybody not just gonna come up here. You got to be a
Right.
fan, but I also want our fan base and your fan base to know that we just like you. We go
Yeah.
through stuff, and we talk
Yes,
about
sir.
what we do, why we do it, and some of the things and how we overcome those obstacles.
Oh yeah, that's lit.
Did I hit all the points?
No, you missed one.
Go ahead, fill it in for me,
Yeah,
bro.
for sure. It started with the challenge. You know, the 30-day challenge.
I forgot all-
Yeah. So he had hit me up like, because I was just sporadically going through things creatively. I was just hitting ruts, just working on my first fictional novel. I actually finished it within that time frame that we was doing a 30-day challenge. And he was just like, yo, just try to make some content, put it out there every day. No matter what it is, just post it.
So you write like books?
So I'm a poet and a writer. That's what I do creatively. So I moved from doing poetry to just focusing on fictional novels.
Okay.
You know, so shopping my book around, that type of thing.
You do got some material out?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm a self-published author.
Oh yeah,
But
tap in with you.
we was doing these challenges, man, and then at the end of the month, I was just like, man, we should probably just talk about it, because we sit on the phone, we, you know,
That's on me and my
breaking it down, doing after action reviews. So I was like, man, let's just, you know, let's record it.
For sure.
So we just started recording them, and before we knew it, 6 months had went past. You know what I mean? And at that time, we was already still doing the Men in the Den talks. We was doing those unofficially, you know, undocumented for 2 years before we even thought to make it a nonprofit. So yeah.
That's dope. Hey,
Appreciate it.
that's
Yeah,
good.
appreciate that.
Man, we got a writer, we got a shooter, man, bro, that's
Before we leave, I put you on the email list so you can tap in whenever
yeah,
you know
yeah,
at your
yeah.
leisure and when
Yeah,
the
for
schedule
sure, bro.
allows.
I don't want to miss this point of question though. You know, while we was doing the challenges, and y'all both noticed this is people behind the camera.
Mm.
The fervor it gives you to have a team, just to have a, like you said, it come from because you got a collaborative spirit because you keep coming back to doing things for others.
Yes, sir.
You only can collab with somebody if you're trying to intentionally bring value to a space.
Yeah.
Something I always think about is even within my marriage, I always ask myself, like, what am I giving to my marriage versus what I'm taking from it?
For sure.
So when you carrying that with you all the time, you constantly trying to seek out different individuals that you know you can feed off of. How has I don't know your team aspect, but what are some of the pros or the challenges that you may face with establishing the team?
Well, one, I don't have a team as of right now.
Okay.
Technically, it's hard. I don't know. I've dealt with some hardships trying to work with others because you think everybody's on the same page or like-minded until you see that they're not. The like-minded individuals that I did have on my team, it's like they moved out of town or this or that because everybody's our skill set is like crazy together. So everybody took this job or that job. So right now, I'm by myself. But I'm in the midst of building something big though. I'm a team player, bro. Like I'm a coach. I do everything, bro. Like if somebody come to me for information or ask or need a thing, I'm always the one there. And right now, I got a couple of young and coming ups that wanna, they wanna learn under me. And I think I wanna, like I was telling them, like we can shape this into something big. You got the drive, you got the want. You know, I got the clients, but I need to put together something where, because I think my end goal with this is, bro, I want to be a screenplay writer. I want to be a director. I want to be that person because I see it in my head. I love being behind the camera as well, but it's like, I want like I don't know, like I want like a film company or something, bro. And the only way you can do that is collaborative effort. Like I gotta continue to strive to meet and reach out to like-minded individuals because the people I had, everybody just scattered. We're the closest of friends, but everybody we just all got too good together to the point it was like branch out. So now I'm just looking for, I don't know, people who just want to, who has an end goal.
Yeah, pick up a mentorship project.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Choose a different person every quarter.
Yeah.
Because typically, you're going to know within 2 months if somebody's serious.
For sure.
Pick a different person every quarter and pour a little bit into them and see what come out. And then you can just, you can write down programming for yourself and then create some kind of maybe a nonprofit or for-profit film school. You know, it all just starts from the, repetitive action and doing. But once you put that pen to paper and you start to make things official, it'll line up with different opportunities for sure.
That's fire. I like that. I like that.
Allow you grants, allow you to build, allow you to recycle, and everything be in waves.
I worked with a guy from Cleveland State. It was like I wasn't the official mentor, but he was like, "Oh, you want a mentor?" I was, I was shooting sports too, like games, boxing, a variety of things. And he was an up and coming cameraman. And if I would have knew that advice before, that's probably what I would have went on and did because, bro, he was hungry. Hey, now he still want to work with me, but man, his drive got him from. He was at Z. He all the way up, almost at A now. He doing big things, but it's dope, bro. Like, it's definitely something I'm gonna look into.
It's just like rap. You just some people you didn't sign.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Rockefeller wanted to sign Wayne. It just didn't happen.
That just didn't happen. Yeah, so that's a good way of looking at it. It's dope.
So what are some of the things that you're working on like right now?
So I've been I stepped into a new lane, or I'm dipping my foot in the puddle. Boxing.
Okay.
Was down in Virginia for.
I seen that clip with Crawford.
Yeah.
Holla. Who was he talking to?
A DJ from here, DJ L.
Okay.
It was because he a competitor too. He was in the boxing world. Hottest DJ in the city, by the way. He's tough, bro. But they knew each other from like amateur. Just it's the boxing world, bro. If you was good, they know you. So it was a friendly conversation, or whatever. But yeah, I'm dipping my foot in that, man. And the first time, that was my first fight in person ever. I'm usually watching it on Showtime, HBO. Dope, bro. So now I'm working on, for one of the fighters, I'm working on like a documentary / vlog. When I shot, you can only imagine, bro, how much footage I shot out there. My camera didn't stop rolling. So right now I'm working on that, and I'm trying to like perfect that because I see the Javonte Davis, his photographer, videographer, bro, his videos are dope, things like that. So piecing that together. I'm working on like weddings, but I want to start doing like mini docs and weddings. Like, bro, I see these photographers and videographers, bro. They're like interviewing the bride and the groom, like, and then
that's a different, like some real world
man.
shit.
Then you going into a shot where, man, bro, it's crazy. So
I've seen stuff like that. So
that's dope.
Let me ask you this question: are you willing to do it for the same price you're doing stuff with now? Because like. you see
like,
he's shaking his head no.
Hey, look, I was about to get with you on that one.
But and by our market is our market.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know what that dollar amount is. As a person that do weddings, I walk into consultations and I say I'm not the typical guy. I'm not gonna put clips and a montage of your wedding over a song.
Right.
That's what everybody else.
That's what everybody else does. Yeah.
And some people is a connect. Some people it's a disconnect with. Some people feel like, and you can relate to this, some people feel like for the price that you may charge, they want you there longer. Because they want you to sell, they thinking about the time for money rather than the overall product and what you putting into it. So to get to that level, it's going to cost more.
For sure.
Because it's more editing, it's more equipment, more space.
Bro,
But to be able to get there, you gotta at least do it once or twice.
Do it once or twice
to show that you can do it.
Yeah, so now you got to take that and charge that person to live. So yeah, man, I'm to answer your question, I'll take it a little cheaper because, like you said, got to.
But how many times you willing to do it though?
One.
Just one video?
One. Because, bro, like I'm telling you, once I do something once, everything after that is gone. Because now I seen it. I was able to experience like the boxing thing that happened. The shots I got, I felt like was, man, bro, this gonna be garbage. You know what I'm saying? Because you shooting ringside, but the rope's right there. You can't really. But then when I went and looked at it, I'm like, bro, it's fire. These shots, slow them down a little bit. Oh, these shots fire. But I also seen in that footage what I could have did better. I also like analyzed the situation like, bro, I was just standing in one spot, bro. Like you see all these other videographers, bro, went from over there to over here in 10 seconds. Like, bro, so I know how to work that type of situation now. That was my first time ever. But now I know. So the next time, the price gonna be up. Because now I know exactly what to do to kill it. But you do it one time, you try to do it your best, then you can sell that item.
And that was your first boxing fight you went to live.
Exactly.
So you was being a fan.
Yeah. So I'm over there like,
you like,
I'm over there, hold on, that's T-Bud.
Right. So you fanning out and you trying to do work. Yeah, you gotta give yourself some grace on that one,
yeah,
bro.
for sure. Because you don't want to miss the knockout. You looking at the camera, you know it's different. Looking at the camera versus, so yeah,
so
bro.
you like,
yeah.
That was a high quality
real
star
video.
Yeah, for sure. It was different. Like, I'm like, bro, I was standing right next, like, bro, this is crazy. So yeah, man, it was a lot of pre-fight jitters, bro. It was like, bro, I'm fan dog. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, it means something to you.
Yeah,
though,
for sure.
You do a great job.
That was so big for me, bro. Like, I watched this on TV. I would never thought I would be literally ringside right now at a big fight. Even though the main card, I don't know if y'all know about boxing, the main card was whatever, but it still turned out to be a great weekend, bro. It was a hell of an experience, bro. And like I said, now I know next time I go, I won't be too fanned out because now I'm feeling regular. I'm sweet,
that's
you know?
it. You just gotta have that exposure, that experience.
Yep.
Get them jitters out the way, and then you
Feel a
good.
little better now. Now I can move around how I want to because I know the rules and regulations, and I know who to get. And Allen Iverson in the crowd, boom. You know what I mean? Something like that.
B-roll.
So, that B-roll, I love it. B-roll make the video, bro. Can't talk.
Yeah, that's a fact though. It's
For
telling the
sure.
story. It's setting the stage. It's setting the environment. It's letting you know what's around on top of your main subject. When you got too much of the main subject, then it's just like, all right.
I go into everything with the same mindset as far as like cinematic. That's all I ever think, bro. I love good movies, bro. Sinners was like everything to me. I didn't even hardly watch the movie, but I looked at every shot. You know what I'm saying?
It's a conversation I just had with bro literally this morning. And that's because I just seen it last night. My sister called me over. She had it, rented it, and I said, bro, a lot of things. People said so much stuff about that movie, but one of the main things that they didn't talk about, they ain't shoot out the DP, bro. Because the DP, she did her thing. Like, every shot was symmetrical, every landscape.
Everything.
Like,
I'm talking about from the house. Like when the dude fell out I'm like, bro.
great shot. Midnight, the golden hour, the purples in the sky. I was salty. I ain't seen an IMAX.
When I seen it in IMAX, I was just, bro. I'm big on that. So I go into everything with the shot in my head. Like, bro, I just knew when he was fighting in the at the boxing match when he punched him. The camera couldn't see. Like, I couldn't see it on the camera for real because you know the little LCD screen. But I knew once I took that footage off, I had the 70 to 200. You know how lethal that get. I don't care where you at. Boy, I went in there, slowed it down. Bro, you could see sweat coming off his face. I'm like, bro, this make for a movie shot. So every time I go in, I'm like, this about to be a movie. I don't care if it's a party. I don't care what it is. I'm a log shooter. I shoot in log. I color everything. I'm a manual shooter. So I know just how I control my camera. I control everything about that video. So that's how I go in everything.
I just want to throw this at you then, because you said you did a lot of shooting through the ropes. Go back and watch Ali now.
You know what?
When you get ready to edit that, go watch
Ali. That's what I'm going to turn on right there.
I used to go to sleep to that movie. That movie was shot so well.
I didn't even notice. They shot it through the ropes too?
A couple scenes.
I didn't
Quite a few, some of the fight scenes.
I didn't even peep that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go watch that.
That showed, you know, the craft at its height when the storyline is shit in the movie and the shots are just great.
Oh, yeah.
When the shots is great, you can clean up the movie. Because I didn't like the storyline of Sinners at all.
I didn't either. It was a musical.
I didn't.
It was a musical.
I didn't call it a musical. To a certain degree. And I didn't like I didn't like the whole bringing in all the different cultures and I wasn't against promoting different cultures because, my family is from Mississippi. They are from the Delta. But I just didn't care. It wasn't necessary because I'm black and I understand our culture.
Yeah,
that
for sure. That was crazy.
Other people.
You see the DJ, you see the girls twerking.
Yeah, you need the white version of black movies and the black version of black movies.
The only thing I liked about that shot, because that bringing all that was extra. But bro, the way see how I was panning around the room, then you just see another generation probably in another one. That's the only thing I liked about that was the shot, bro.
Yeah, the shots was fun.
That's the only thing that made the movie.
That's what made the movie good, the shots.
Yeah, definitely.
Funny you said it was a musical because that was my second point with bro. Everybody hyped up the fact how he gonna own full rights to it after it was like 25 years.
Right.
Bro, that shit about to go on Broadway.
Exactly.
He's going Broadway with it.
Easily. That was
why
all
it was designed that way.
Yep. They dancing. Man, bro, when the one song came on, when the little white vampire, when he started singing or whatever, and everybody started dancing, I'm like, bro, this look like Thriller or something. Like, it was definitely like a musical, bro. Grease or something. I don't know. It was different.
Jeans.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely.
So, switch lanes a little bit. Tell us, man, what are you most grateful for?
What am I most grateful for? I don't know. Life. I don't know. It's so hard because I'm grateful for so much stuff, bro.
On the list, bro, because
I'm grateful for. I think I'm grateful to have touch. I'm grateful to have hands. You know, um, I'm grateful for time. I'm grateful for opportunity. It's like so much because it's so funny you ask me that because that's like for some reason the last few months that's been like the word of the month. Grateful and graceful. Like I don't know, bro. It's a lot. Can I say everything?
Yeah.
All right.
If you don't want to get too specific, everything is everything, you know. But like what you saying, just not even to take away from this moment, because we ask every guest this
For
question.
sure.
But I write this stuff down at least every day when I have time and I think about it. Everything I'm grateful for: life, breath, lungs, health,
That's what
family,
I'm saying.
sight,
Yeah.
the good,
Like
the bad, lessons.
just the little things that nobody think about, bro. Like just feel touch is everything to me. Sight, it's so much. I probably can go through 10 lists, 20 lists, bro, because I don't know, I'm nothing short. I'm never short of grateful though, because everything I have, I can still lose it. Or I could have lost it before, but I feel like in a way I move so righteous, bro. And that came with self-awareness, that came with self-reflection. Because I don't move devious or move to hurt anybody or I don't think in harmful ways, bro. I get up in the morning and the first thing I say, I'm grateful for life. I could bro, everybody is different. Some people they don't get that wake up call. You know, some people probably don't make it through the night. I was one of the ones that woke up this morning when I didn't have to.
Amen to that.
So, you know, I just gotta be I feel like I'm just grateful for everything, bro. Like because without God, without just any purpose, bro, none of this would be possible. Any of this, I wouldn't even be here right now. You know what I mean? So I
Shit, we
appreciate y'all.
wouldn't be here either.
I'm grateful for y'all because you know this was kind of like it was like a vintage session for me. You don't know how long, bro. I've been wanting to talk. I'm always right there. You know, I'm always right there. And sometimes I feel like nobody asks me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk too. So I like this, what y'all got going on, and that's why I reached out, bro, because this is dope, and that's another thing I'm grateful for, y'all boys. I feel like I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
for
you.
Appreciate you,
sure.
brother.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for sure.
Appreciate you, brother.
And the reason why that's funny that you say that, I'm always right there, because you walk in the building and be like, yeah, my name's Key. Hey, cameraman.
Oh, bro, you do not. Hey, listen. Me and another camera guy, we just had this topic, bro. First thing you say, yeah, my name's Ski. Cameraman, that's the cameraman. That's all they address you as. The whole event, bro.
I'm ignorant. I correct the whole event,
Yeah,
too.
bro.
I keep saying my name.
Yeah, because it's just, bro, come on, bro. That's disrespect to me. I got a name. Ain't just no camera. Go get the camera guy, Ray. You know what I'm saying? Call me what you like, but don't call me camera, man. Dang.
That's one of my rules, too. Yeah, he over there laughing at us because I be correcting people all the time.
I'm about to start putting that in the contract. Do not call me cameraman. Call me my name.
Shit, everybody got to get a gender pronouns. You might as well.
Man, yeah, you right. But it just be like, bro, come on. You ain't got the decency to be like, Ray, da-da-da. Even when you do introduce yourself, like you said, cameraman, go ask the cameraman.
Cameraman, I see you was getting up in there, man. All right, I can't wait to see the video. Oh, you got a
Every
card?
time.
You got a card?
I hear that 27 times, bro. Be an old 50-year-old man. I seen you. You was down there. Da, 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 da. Is there any way I can get the video? Bro, ask your daughter-in-law, whatever.
That's what I always
It's
say.
crazy, bro. Cameraman is like a curse word.
It is, for sure.
To me, it is.
So, what advice do you have for any aspiring up-and-coming cameraman? No, it's a videographer.
My advice would be to slow down. Don't get burnt out. That would be my biggest point of advice. Stay a student of the game. Stay a free thinker. If you love art, be art. Because you can't imitate art. You know, it gotta be in you. You know what I mean? And just keep going. But most importantly, don't get burnt out because you burn your ideas. Man, you want to give up. Just don't get burnt out. Slow down and create. You know, love your camera with a passion. Your camera got to be like a baby. You know what I mean? That's what make it. But yeah,
Everybody can't hold your baby.
everybody, no, you cannot see this footage. But yeah, man, that's my biggest advice. Just slow down, embrace it, and don't get burnt out.
Express yourself, but pace yourself.
Yeah, for sure. Because you will go down a road you don't want to go down.
My brother always asks this question, and I want him to ask you too. Please correct me if I get it wrong.
Oh, actually,
Matter of fact, it's happening, man. Cleveland don't never know how to be quiet when we record, man.
Well, I woke
we
up
got
this morning
plenty
to
of
an
videos
ambulance.
going. I mean, it's the evening, bro.
Right.
It's the summer. What you expect?
Cleveland don't never know how to be quiet. If it ain't
we
this
get
or
an
the
ammo lamp,
motorcycle.
Man.
and probably every other
Every
video.
episode.
I live on the main street.
Every episode?
That's my
Sure.
that's my alarm in the morning.
I think like every
At least,
other.
I was supposed to say at least the last 3.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right, so the question is, if you could just leave the world with one last piece of art, what would it be? Just to remember you by, to, embody your stamp on a.
Does
on
it
a
have
name.
to be made, or is it something that I can make?
Something you can make. It could be a quote. It could be a shot. It could be a video. It could be whatever you want it to be.
There's one thing.
Just one thing.
It's one thing, and it would be to leave with a film.
Right.
And it would be called The Boy That Can Walk Through Fire. I had wrote a poem. Man, I got a lot of different lives I live. That's why when you said poetry, it was like, oh, it's crazy, bro. I had wrote a poem. I'm not gonna recite it in that.
I was gonna ask you.
I knew you would. I remember part of it. I had put it in a song, but the vision to it. I was like 12 years old when I wrote this, and it was very like I let the English teachers all read it, bro. Pat them in tears. But I always had a vision. It was like I wrote a whole movie, bro. I had a whole notebook of shots, dialogue, B-roll. If I had to leave the world with something, it would be that film, because that film would explain my life from beginning until whenever, and because it was just, I wish I had it, and I'll link it to you if I find it.
For sure.
Because in that small little poem, bro, it's probably like 16 bars. It was a lot, but it explains so much in so little time. But it went in deep, and if I can show somebody a visual representation of that poem, that's probably what I leave here with, because it's gonna tell you my life and one thing. And I was only 12, bro. I'm 29 now, so it would go, and of course it would be more to it.
Yeah, of course.
But it would be like, what people think of you, and clients, whoever. You always know what people think of you, but what people really know you. You get what I mean? Mm-hmm. Go back to self-reflection. What people really know you, and I feel like I self-reflected a lot in there, and I really told my heart. Nobody can see it, so I really told it, and I think people will understand me more if they was to see that film. Wow, okay, his life was like this, or his, yeah, for sure. And it'd be so well directed, better than Sinners, for sure. It would be something, man. But that's what it would be. That's what it'd be.
I like to see you turn that into reality.
For sure.
Before you move on to the next thing, the next project.
You might see it in a year or so. I'm thinking about doing it this summer, man.
Hey, man, just make it happen.
Sure.
That's the name of the game. Just make it happen.
Yes, sir.
Which I know you will, because your shots are cinematic. Just looking through your catalog again, I knew your work before I knew the face behind it. Keep striving, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. It's great for the culture, great for the city. It's inspiring.
Appreciate you.
For the people who don't know where to find you, tell the people where to find you.
Well, you can find me on my main page at Rayskii1k. That's 2 I's. And you can follow me my film page at The Neighborhood. THEN8 BRHOOD. That's me. You can find me on all platforms.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all,
Ski the neighborhood shooter. Yo.
The boy made it through fire.
Yes, sir.